Hello. I just thought I'd do another video. Well, more of a series of videos actually over the weekend here. So it's Friday, Friday evening, and what I intend to do is do a video tonight. So this one, and then a couple of videos on Saturday and a couple of videos on Sunday. And then upload it Sunday evening so we can kind of see how my weekend painting goes. So this is the first video. So here we've got the Hanoverian unit that I was painting up, and I've just finished varnishing these guys about an hour ago. So tomorrow morning I expect to be sticking them to the bases. So here's the bases. It's a 40 by 40. So that'll be 4 to a base for the Hanoverian Landwehr units. So then I'll get them sort of the spackle or the filler put on the base and base painted, and hopefully get that finished by Sunday night. So we'll kind of track the progress through with those guys. So I needed something else to put on the painting desk. So what I did was I grabbed a box of British Hussars, because I had quite a lot of French cavalry, but I'm lacking British cavalry. So I grabbed this box, and then it's a Perry's box. And looking at the back for sort of some inspiration, I noticed these guys, the Hanoverian Cumberland Hussars. Now apparently these are the only Hanoverian Hussars that were at Waterloo. So I thought, well, I'm doing Hanoverian infantry, I'll have a go at those guys. So I did a bit of research, and apparently these guys fled the field at Waterloo. So that was not a very good start for those guys. So hopefully in my war games they'll get on a little better. So yeah, so I built them yesterday, got them primed up, and I've made a quick start on them here. So I've just started painting the horses, and I must say these figures are excellent, absolutely brilliant figures. These. Bit fiddly in amongst this detail here, but I'm sure we'll sort that out. So yeah, so a nice Hussar unit for the Hanoverians. I've got another Landwehr unit waiting to be primed, so the figures are all built, and I've got a field battalion ready to be primed as well for the Hanoverians. What I decided to do was have the Landwehr units all with the sort of cloth caps. It's probably not strictly accurate, but we're going to go with that, so we can kind of tell the difference when on the gaming table. Give this little guy a patch on his trousers as well, just to give a little bit of interest. There's his yellow backpack. So looking forward to getting them based up. They're a bit tacky still from the varnish. That's the varnish I'm using there, the Vallejo acrylic matte varnish. And then I'll put the flag on, and yeah, they should be done hopefully by Sunday evening. So the next time I come back to you, it will be Saturday. So bye for now. Hello. Okay, so it's about 1:30 on Saturday afternoon, and as you can see, I've based the Landwehr unit up in 4s. So here the guys are, and I've put on the spackle or a filler. So I'll give these a bit of a turnaround. So I'm just waiting on that to dry at the minute. So that's probably going to take most of the day to dry off. But there they all are. Come down a bit. So I decided on just the one flag for the Hanoverian unit there, and I've pretty much decided to go with the flags you get from the Warlord box. So if I just spin that round, and these guys are going to be this Landwehr battalion here. So these guys. and I'm going to ignore the Union flags completely. So that's those guys. I've mounted the officers on their bases, and this guy here, let's just turn that up. So Major General Count, yeah, Kellermann-Seg, something like that. And I found a wounded officer, and a guy dragging him along, so I just popped him on the base. And this guy here, oh, that's an 80mm base. This is a 60mm base. So Colonel Hugh Halkett. So I thought they would complement the Hanoverians quite well. And these are the Hussars. So as you can see, the horses are all painted now. I've painted the trousers, and I'm just making a start on the jackets. So if I grab one of these guys, and the officer will do. So I've just made a start on the jackets and furniture. So that's currently what I'm working on with these guys. Now, we had a spot of rain this morning, so I haven't yet managed to get anything else primed outside. So hopefully this afternoon it'll clear up a bit, and we can get on with some priming as well. So I'll leave you with that, and I think the next video I'll put up or make is probably Saturday evening. So bye for now. Hello again. Right, it's about 8:30 in the evening on Saturday, and this is pretty much how far I've got. So as you see, the first sort of layer of brown paint has been put onto the basing for these guys. So one more little job to do tonight is add another coat of brown paint to those, so that can dry overnight. So there's the officers as well. So because it's only the one coating, you can still see little bits of sort of filler coming through in places. So the second coat should take care of those. And then at the back there, this is how far we've got with the Hussars. So I tend to paint cavalry in sort of groups of 4. And these are looking pretty splendid, actually. I'm quite pleased with how these are coming out. There's lots of fiddly little bits all over them. I was questioning whether this was such a great idea a little bit earlier, but no, they're turning out all right. So yeah, I'll carry on with those. I've not got a lot of choice really, you know. So that's kind of how far I've got with those. There's the rest of them there. So you know, I'll start the next 4 when I finish these 4. And I managed to get another 24 infantry figures primed up. Today it dried up quite nicely, and it was quite sunny this afternoon, so that was ideal weather for priming. So they're just drying now. I'm going to be doing a light battalion next, so there'll be a mixture of hats. So these flat caps and shakos. And the light battalion for the Hanoverians have blue trousers, so that'll be quite cool. So that's how far I've got. So the next kind of update you'll see probably will be tomorrow lunch, so Sunday lunchtime-ish, when I get around to it. But yeah, so another full day of painting hopefully tomorrow. So we'll come back then. Bye for now. Hello again. Right, it's midday on Sunday, so it seemed a good opportunity to do an update just before I get some food. So the Hanoverian infantry here. Last night I put a second coat of the brown paint onto the bases, and that dried overnight. And this morning I've done the dry brushing. So that's those two officer stands at the back, or command stands, and then the infantry themselves. And I've been trying to finish off the first 4 hussars. I've got a little bit more to do on the shakos, but apart from that they're pretty much done. So I'll give you a little look at those. The officer, and that's one of the troopers. And I've just started to put some paint onto the next 4. So I'll be working on these 4 this afternoon, and I might get a chance to start the next 4. But that's where we're at. So I think the next update our video will be this evening, when I hope to have the grass and tufts onto these, and potentially the flag as well. But yeah, they're coming on nicely. Right, that's about it for the midday update, and I'll come back this evening. Bye for now. Hello. Right, it's about 6:45 on Sunday evening, and I decided to call it a day on the old painting front. So here is the Hanoverian Landwehr unit complete. So all the grass has been done, and there's the one of the officers. I managed to put the flag on for the Hanoverians there. And then there's the other officer. And we've got 4 of the hussars completed. Well, painting complete anyway. They need washing and a bit of highlighting, but they're done. Now you notice the trumpeter there, or the bugler, is on a brown horse as opposed to a grey horse. Now I read that the unit I'm painting here, they supplied their own horses. So I assumed that they would just turn up with any coloured horse, and so this particular trumpeter doesn't have a grey one. Here's the next batch. So you see a bit of wet paint on those guys at the minute, but that's how far I've got with those. They're proving quite complicated to paint, so quite slow, but I think once they are finished, they look quite cool actually. I'm actually quite pleased with how they're looking. And then we've got the other 4 at the back. So as I mentioned, I've got another Hanoverian unit primed, ready to go, and that will be a light battalion. So you'll see a different range of headgear for those guys. I'm going to base them again in the same fashion, so 4 to a base. I think I'll do all the Hanoverians 4 to a base, just to make them look a little bit different from the British. So that's the end of my sort of weekend paint session. I've quite enjoyed it. It's very rare I get an entire weekend where I can just sit and paint. So I kind of made the most of it there. So I'll during the week I'll get the rest of those finished off, hopefully, and we'll crack on with the next unit. So hope you enjoyed the kind of the review videos that I've put together for the weekend. If we like the format, I might do it again. Let's just spin these guys around a bit so you can see the flag. And on the bottom of the bases, I wrote the unit name. Yeah, so if you like the format I've put this video into, I'll do the same again. Anyway, that's it for me. Bye for now.